Start recording. Open game. Omega warning. This game contains the following elements: bright flashing lights and colors, violence, gore, phobia triggers, disturbing and questionable images, cognito hazards, info hazards, and a lot of text. You know you're in for a fun time when that all has to come up when you start up a game. But I would say this game does not need any introduction, but it is a game that I have only just found out about, really. In the many years I've been on this planet and been into PC gaming, this has come by right now. And the more I see about this game, the more confused I get in the sense of what's going on. I have played about an hour or two to at least make sure I know exactly what I'm doing, how to play the game, how the controls work. But I feel like this needs to be documented. Like, it feels so different, so strange, so weird. And yeah. So welcome to the channel. I hope everyone who has come by is having a good day today. And if you're not, maybe this will help improve your day. So, Voices of the Void. This will be John Void, which I'll just put a little YouTube button for that, because I might, you know, I'll try not to play this outside, because I want to keep this very fresh, very much like I don't know what's going on, and I kind of want to keep it that way, because I feel like this feels like one of those games that once I've played it for 20 hours or so, what I'm going to do, I'm going to flick through some setting stuff and change as we go, but I feel like this is one of those games that it will be very much the sense that once you've put 20 to 40 hours into this game, it's going to feel like one of those games where someone's like, if I could play that game from the beginning again, I would. So let's do that. We're actually going to keep everything on pretty much default. I love that there's a thing here called touch grass. It's achievement locked, so I don't know how to get it, but we'll keep it normal. We'll keep physics damages on, fines, we'll keep off environment. I don't really know. Changing seasons weekly seems kind of fun just because it would change the environment, I'm guessing, but yeah, we'll go in with this. And going in with the fact that this is almost like a documentary style, we'll try and role play the character a little bit, who I think was Dr. Kello? K? I cannot remember. When I say, by the way, that I played this like for a few hours, that was about a month ago, and I've decided that, you know, I want to go back to it, but I just feel like it needs to be kind of documented a little bit. So let's do that. Press lot. Oh, and then we play a game. All right. Okay. Also, another little disc. Bloody hell. Wah! Zoom in. How is this all looking? Gonna have a little trot on over to Alpha Base, which is gonna be our base. But yeah, what the fuck was that? No, it's just dying already. No. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that with blissful ignorance. That's gotta be like some physics wackiness going on. It sounds like a physics wackiness. It can't be like a thing. Like, okay. It's funny as well. A thing? What kind of thing? Yeah, I'm glad you asked. This game is probably best described as, I would say, SCP meets Mortuary Assistant, because it is essentially a job simulator, like how working in a mortuary assistant. So take any sort of simulator game or anything like that where you essentially the gameplay is doing a job, except our job is looking up at the sky, specifically that part of the sky, not that part of the sky, because that's just trees, but this part where there's stars and stuff. We're going to be scanning the clouds, scanning beyond the clouds into the stars, and the whole point is to is it my suitcase? Am I like dragging my suitcase along the ground for me? You know, I'm just gonna hold this like this. We're gonna hold it above our head. Yeah, so we are going to be scanning the stars for signals, and we basically can decode these signals to essentially try and see if we can find evidence of extraterrestrial life. Whether if we will, who knows? The Alpha Base, there it is. The way I know where the base is there's a tower just outside, so that blinky red light up there is the actual thing itself. You'll also have to forgive the that was me. Yeah, you'll have to forgive the scraping of a handle across Earth, making it sound like a scraping chalkboard. You'll also may have to forgive the very innocent little puppy that is in the background that likes to be vocal from time to time. I think anytime he makes a cute little sound, maybe I'll put a little picture of him up on screen, like right there, or you know, we'll make sure he gets some character in here, you know, the little guy. But he's been a bit angsty today, but I would be as well if I was having to come here. So let's actually just try and put this up again. So this is Alpha Base. I never noticed there was a ladder there. We'll check that out at some point. I've never seen that. Well, yeah. The other thing I'll point out is when I did play this, I downloaded this game probably like 6 months to a year ago, and then completely forgot about it, because when games are not in your Steam library, they do not exist according to me. So yeah, I will give you guys the tour of the facility and the surrounding grounds from what I know. However, I will be completely transparent, and I will tell you guys when I am also just in the dark, because I have not experienced that much of this game. So, this is the base. It's also a mess, by the way, and we get to clean it up, which is very fun. So, the most important room we shall start with is the signal lab. Actually, this is the most important room, so we'll save it till last. I'll just put my suitcase there. Let's get the lights on and stuff. So, turn that light on, which is for outside. Yep, we got the nice little waiting room. We have a garage. Or garage. Ooh. You're new. Or are you? I actually don't know. I can't remember. So we have this quad bike ATV, which we can use to go out into the wilds. We have a drone that we can request for items and stuff. We have a little office here, which is one of them. There we go. Lights, and these lights go over there. We grab this. Grab some of this stuff. We'll probably drop it all in the signal lab afterwards. But yeah, little office room. That's just where you access the lights for out there. All right. Next door we have the break room, which again lights on. Also a bit of a mess. Yeah, the amount of time these doors after they close themselves, I've knocked myself out on a few occasions. So, utility room, which does not have a light switch. Then we have a spooky basement, which actually is very spooky, I will say. There is a jump scare mannequin, which we are just going to move to there because I don't like having it go in my face right off bat. This is where we could reset the breakers if anything goes off. There is a meat, which I don't know if you can go in here or not, but yeah, there is. Is that feet? I've only just noticed that. That looks like it could be feet. I hope there isn't someone in there. Or maybe I do. I don't know. That'd be really interesting. We've also got this, which I think is a furnace of some kind. It needs gas, so yeah, I assume that's a furnace. A gas furnace or a petrol furnace? I don't know. It's weird that Americans call gas a liquid gas. It's weird. Anyway, upstairs, lights on. We have some doors, which I think this one opens. I don't know. I haven't actually got through these things. I think there is a way to... Yeah, that's not really getting to that. We have a coffee machine there as well if we get tired. We have the bedroom and storeroom. I remember you little bitch. Yeah, so a little storage room which has a lot of the drives, which are these little red blinky red lights. I'll explain all those in just a sec. Then this is where we sleep. Well, this is where we sleep. We'll flip that one up. Where's the clock? There we are. But yeah, we got here a bit late, didn't we? Alright. But yeah, we have a kitchen, we have a bedroom, we have a bathroom, which I don't think I really use. You can just click that, and I think if you stand in the shower, you get a bit of energy back if you're very tired. But hey, who's gonna be here? We don't need to shower. And then we have outside, which has its own little light. Turn the light on in here. Do I have the... Turn the light on in there as well. And then we have this spooky, ominous poster where this person very clearly believes in paper airplanes. So, we are going to try and find some paper airplanes of our own. Spooky things can happen in this game, which is why I'm making a little bit of a defense wall. I never really go out onto this balcony, so let's get that in the way as well. There we go. So, you know, if we're sleeping, got something comes in there, they have to go, you know, around, which might save my life, might not. And if they want to come through the door, they can. It's illegal now. So, that is the general tour. However, I will take you guys to the best room, which is this. There we go. The best room where all the magic happens. Right here. Right. I will try my utmost best to... Huh. That was... I don't know. that was a bit weird. In fact, I will say, so when I last played this a while back, and I did attempt to start doing this kind of recording thing a couple days back, but then I realised that my save and the game was severely out of date, So I have updated it since. We are on the latest version, which is 0.9.0N. I think I'm on. Let me just alpha A90N. Updated. Now, a scary thing happened even on the first day, and I think I may cut it in right now, where I updated the game and everything seemed broken. Alright, things might be a bit broken. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, I know, right? That was awful. 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 Freaking shadow people. And that is literally just a taster of what there is in this game, because that is probably one of 2 potentially scary things I've seen from this game. Outside of that, I am pretty much in the dark. But let's run through how to do our job. So, let's get a drive, first of all. Any drives? Any drives? There should be. Yeah, there we go. We got a drive right here. You need to go in there. Doesn't need to go in there yet, but I'll put it in there already. So, this is all of space. We scan it, and we get signals, and we start heading to said signals. And as we can see here, so this is a signal. Now, the whole point of the game is to triangulate these signals, which actually we will do by moving. So by pressing Alt, you take control of each node. So we are going to do that. We are going to move, hopefully remember where it is. There it is. You can also move the nodes by pressing 1, 2, or 3. So if I press 3 right now, one of those nodes is going to come this way. We're going to put this one here, and then we'll move over to number 2. And then the whole point is you triangulate the signal by moving these 3 nodes. And then once you triangulate the signal, you receive the signal. We'll go one step at a time. Oh, the signal's about to fade, actually. Because I was slow. Let's see if we can get it in time. It does sometimes take a hot minute. I can still see pixels. And now I can't. I think I may have lost it. You can speed this up with upgrades and stuff. Yeah. And alright, there is meant to be. Alright. So then that triangulates. Once it receives the signal, all of the satellites, which you can see here, this is the signal they currently have, they put themselves into the exact position. Oh, I can hear it. Little rumblings. And you do actually see them move. Oh, there we go, yeah. That. They all actually adjust. And that actually is represented on here. As you can see, they're all coming online, increasing. We'll turn these on ready. Next thing. We can also spin in the chair while we wait. Try not to throw it. Let's also turn the computer on ready. You know what, while we're waiting for that to come through, let's read our welcome email. Congratulations on your recent appointment to the ASO Alpha Site Facility, Dr. Kell. My name is Professor Leah. I will be your supervisor and project coordinator. You've most likely already completed your initial induction and training course, but allow me to give you a brief refresher. Your primary duty is to search for evidence of advanced extraterrestrial life via detection of potential communication signals from deep space. Let me actually just turn it off while I'm trying to read it. Ooh. Damn, those speakers are deep space. Process said data and transport it back to the secondary analysis team, who will await further research. Each drive we receive will reward you with points based on meeting daily duty requirements and quality of data process. In addition to this, server operational information and system diagnostics from the real tape computer will be required to be sent back with any and all research materials relating to the primary task at hand. That stuff is right here. So we have these discs, they're doing that. Once it gets to 100, we pop these into a case to send it off, which is all done via the drone. We'll continue with that second paragraph once we do this. So we have got our signal, which is slowly being detected. And what we must do is use our scroll wheel to twist this and find the signal. So as you can see, when it gets to about there, good. So we need to stop it just when it's good. So we'll stop it there. And if we toggle it by just one and go up, we can actually watch this go up. And we'll stop it as close to 100 as we can. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah! 100 exactly. And then we do the same for the frequency. So put this up in 100. Wait for that to move. Yeah, we went a bit too far, so now we need to scroll down. Oh, no, up. Oh. .90. We'll take that. So that will actually start downloading the data now. Once this hits 100, we send this data onto this drive where we can then import and export it and listen to the signal. Actually, switch those off now so they're not making noise. Actually, I'll keep that one on because it doesn't really make noise. We'll be able to listen to them. Then we can actually process them to kind of reduce a lot of the noise, because space is very loud, which is weird because people say it's probably why they can't, people can't hear you scream. Let's have a drone already. Oh my god, I've been rambling on for 6 hours. Ugh. All right. Tell you what, let's pop this down. Pop this down. I'm gonna drive. Put the keys down. Let's go grab the stuff. Alright. Floating rubbish. Alright. So, we will crack this open. Hello, drone. So we get some of our stuff here. And we can send the drone off. I didn't get everything, did I? Just to be sure, yep. And up we go. So, this will be all our stuff for today's task as day one. So, I like to pop the case here. In fact, we'll actually put them in there. Actually, that's a bad idea. I would definitely forget those ones. All the 0%ers. We get a drive. We get a zip drive, which is used to gather diagnostics data, and an MRE. In fact, I don't think I really have time to actually read the rest of this, but I will kind of give you the brief with these two emails from, I remember them kind of from the other day when I accidentally exploded the game and saw that scary Shadow Man. So, basically, our job is to do this bit, which looks like we have discovered what looks to be a rock of some kind. Whether that is a moon or an asteroid, we shall see. So on top of doing that, and also managing these disks, we have this server room. As long as these are all green, our download speeds are optimal as they can be with the various upgrades. Then we also have the calibration of the satellites, which we can do cal check to make sure. Ooh. Oh no, it's just our cal check. So this tells us how calibrated they are, and also we have SD cal all, and that calibrates them all up to 100, maximizing our download speeds. We also have transformers, 3 of them in the facility to keep an eye on. So we will TR check. They should all be on 100. when these drop, you need to head out there and then kind of do some basic repair mini games. Definitely looking like an asteroid. So let's actually. Oh, we don't have an email. Oh, so we do not have any daily tasks today. That is just the initial for day one. Okay. So, what do we want to do for the first day? We basically have free reign to do whatever we want until basically midnight tonight. I want to get as many of these done as possible and stacked up. I want to get money, though. So money in the top left we can get by selling things. The most useful thing that we can start selling, we'll call the drone. It's going to be a bit loud, but we can literally just start tidying up, I think. And you know what? Actually, no. I feel like I think this thing when I went, I think that going in front of the vending machine freaked me out a minute, so I'm gonna move that just over here. That freaks me out more than I care to. This game is very, very eerie, and I love that about this game because you're essentially just doing a job, and I think the fact that you forget you're in a horror game, which it might not make for the most entertaining jump scare, me screaming my absolute face off sort of content, but you know, look. God damn, I forget how loud that drone is. Alright, hang on, before yeah. The thing is, I know I have it on so that when I'm talking, it makes the game quieter. I don't have that luxury actually within myself, so although the beeping probably is not as it's not as unbearable for you guys, it is very loud for me. Very, very loud. And also it's unfortunate because this game has a lot of ambience, so I do not like the idea of just turning the sound down because, yeah, I like to be feel immersed. Right, I am full up on my inventory. Let's duck and under it. And we shall clear it all. But yeah, the whole point of this channel is basically for me to just ramble as I play a lot of... Okay, it never used to do this. It used to beep and then it used to shut. It just... Alright, there we go. Yeah, the whole point of this channel is for me to basically ramble while I play games that I, for some reason, just seemingly always struggle to get into. And I feel like putting it into a YouTube format makes that makes me kind of almost behave myself and actually keep to a project. So in doing this, it keeps me playing a game that I want to play. Plus, as I said, I think people who are watching this who know a lot about the game can enjoy the ride of an absolute clueless buffoon trying to navigate it. Because I know there are so many things. Right, we're gonna just... Right, there you go. That's a lot of rubbish cleared up. Yeah. Yeah. You can... skip this bit. Right. You can go. Bye. Oh. So yeah. The name of the channel, for anyone who doesn't, I guess, speak Japanese. I'm not Japanese either, by the way. It was more of just an inspiration. Plus, also, it's hard to think of a unique name in 2026 that isn't already taken in some form. I really enjoy playing games that have a strong feeling of isolation. You know, I absolutely love little games like little indies, especially as well, that do it. Project Zomboid is literally my favourite game ever. I have like over 1,000 hours in it. And also, I plan on playing it on this channel because you are alone in a zombie apocalypse. And, you know, there's plenty of games out there that do this sort of thing, where there is this sort of theme of just being out here on your own. I am also a bit hungry while you run this thing. So, look at its face. There is so much to this map, and I haven't even scratched the surface at all. I mean, it's just so peaceful. Until the drone comes. Which will call back just so I can start more stuff. Yeah, it... Also, some of these bird sounds bring back very, very vivid memories of Techic Classic. I hope people still remember that. Because I remember Techic Classic, which I think was just called Techic back then. I don't know if those physicsy bumpy sounds are that I keep hearing. Yeah, I think it was Techic that has but they had these sounds, ambient sounds. That one just then, if you could hear it over this fucking drone, I feel like are exactly the sounds that I remember hearing all the time when playing Techic with good old-fashioned Buildcraft and Industrial Craft. Yeah, throw a comment down if you remember classic Techic, and yeah. That's just, I might try and see if that mod pack is even still around. Anyway, we will not call the drone anymore because it's easier for me to hear myself think. But how's the signal coming along? It is done. So we will save the signal. That sends it over here. We can upload it. We now have a level 1 signal. So we'll need to get about 3 of these a day, I think it is normally. I've just knocked the keys. There they are. Oh, no. Come on. I'm not going to keep them there. I'm going to put them on this desk. I don't want to confuse it with the mouse. So, keep them there. Oh, that's all the stuff we're selling. We are making money. In fact, let me... Whoop. This. Eat some sausages. Eat some crackers. Eat some more crackers. And eat some nutrient bar. There we go. Nice and full for the day's work ahead of us. Put those little crackers there. Yeah, so as I said, isolation is a big key factor in a lot of the games that I really enjoy spending a lot of time playing. So thus the name of the channel, which is a loose translation of just solo gamer, which can mean multiple things. It basically means I probably won't be doing much in the way of like multiplayer things, unless it's like, you know, a multiplayer Project Zomboid thing where there's me and one other person. Like, it still has that really heavy isolation feel. So next signal, we have one very close by the looks of it. Yep, we do. Alright, let's get that there. I kind of wish I could just press Alt now and it would like keep going, but they just kind of stop where they are. Let me do that. Let's get this one moved down. There we go. All right, that one's a definite. We will have to obviously make sure we align it good with all the satellite moves. So yeah, if you enjoy obviously just a game that is the definition of almost background noise with a mix of horror, consider following along for the rest of the playthrough, which I'll be honest, I don't even know how long I plan on doing this for, because this game I think is endless, unless you can finish it. Otherwise, like, yeah, I guess I'll go till I finish it. So, some things in our suitcase. We have this cute little plush. We have an MRE, which I would like a food table, which we'll treat it like a food coffee table, I guess. This filing cabinet. So we got some MREs on there. We have our certificates, which we can pop. Oh, it actually sticks. Oh no. I swear that sticked. It did stick. Can it stick to any surface? It does! Oh, okay, that's... Ooh. Light flicker. We will stick that nicely above the door. Lovely. So if we feel like this job starts getting a bit crazy and we don't feel as qualified as we feel we are, that there is your reminder. And we've got some toilet paper, which I'll just pop in there. Alright. Has that come through yet? It has. Let's turn that up. So, no reaction. Let's change the polarity. Nope. Inner circle was too small. Ah, crap. We biffed it. I don't remember this being as needy. Oh. Press the wrong button. I guess you need bigger triangles than I remember. Alright. Let's go... That should do it. If it doesn't disappear, that is. Got it. Alright. Amazing. There we go. Now we can hear the stuff moving. Let me check the... I want to just check the transformers real quick, because I've never had light flickers before. All still on 100. But yeah, so if you have any recommendations about games with kind of a theme of isolation, or if there's a specific one you guys want to see, let me know. I can play more than one game at once. And yeah, this particular series will be very much, I'm always going to record when I play. It'll be very chill, probably less energy, because it's, at the end of the day, it's like a job simulator game. It can get a bit menial. I mean, I'm just kind of aimlessly wandering, but let's actually do it with purpose. Let's grab these drives. So yeah, things can get menial. And I think with that, there'll be periods of times when nothing happens. Now, I personally could sit and watch someone play this for hours on end without any interrupts, but that is not most people. So I will probably be editing down the boring parts. Plus that means I get to practice my hand at editing, as I've never done that before. I could try... I will try and do right now the best thing I can muster with editing with zero experience. There we go. How shit was that? Alright. So, what have we got here? So we sold some stuff. That has come through from what I can hear. So, let's... Go. Ooh. It's a bit all over the place. Oh. Toggle. Okay, is it freaking out because of the weather? No, look outside. Oh, yeah. I mean, if this game is as deep as it presents itself, this is definitely messing with the downloads. Oh, we also have a camera. Forgot about that. Let's grab you. Now, we can place this camera pretty much anywhere on a wall. And I'm gonna put it where I always like to put my first camera, which is kind of just on there. How do I? Oh god, damn. Oh god, I'm trying to remember controls. Okay, so you put it on the wall, and then you hold it down. That clipping not being fully attached. There we go. Alright. That might look like an odd angle. You can change the angle if you're worried. So we are going to go to our cameras. Refresh camera 1, which we will call Hallway. Now we're going to angle that down to the right. Bit of a zoom. There we go. And we can also put a light on. So now, there you go. We have a little light on our camera. The reason why I like to put it there is because, obviously, if the lights ever go off, we actually now have that hallway kind of illuminated. And chances are, if the lights go off, what room are you going to be in? Probably the signal lab, right here. So it just puts a light between here and the staircase, which makes me feel better. We have this jump. We have another battery, which I guess this will be our little battery stockpile. Yeah, that's actually doing quite poor. Alright, we'll have to keep an eye on that. You know what, let's find another signal straight off rip. Oh, there's one to the left here. I think it's gonna fade. Ah! As soon as I pressed it. First day on the job, eh? I can still see the pixels though. Nah, it's gone now. Ah. $2,003 this one. Oh, that's a big one. I actually don't know if the size matters in terms of the signal. Like, you do get like little pulses of varying sizes and frequencies, but I don't actually know if it matters. You can obviously get some pretty spooky things uncovered here, but I'm gonna try my best not to obviously allude to anything, but there we go. Let's get that. Now, we do have 316, so let's get us some stuff. There's a couple upgrades we can get, I think, right off the bat. They're not called upgrades. They are components? Nope. I don't remember. Modules. So, I really want the spectrogram, and there's also one that automatically will upgrade the processing, automatic signal processor. So this will automatically process, because if I show over here, there are 3 levels to processing. That's why there are 3 little blips here. So if I have this set to 3 and I click start, it will just do one after the other. So like that. And then with the all, we have a spare like 100 to spend, which Oh my, what did we want? Oh, new things. Cameras I do want to get more of. I also always like the idea of getting more lights, because the lights that won't go off when the power goes off. These spotlight tripods and spotlight heads, but I haven't got that far. You know what? We'll get a glow stick for in here. And long triangle chocolate insert replacement name here. Alright. A drive rack's nice for our drives. And maybe one for the floppy disks. Which I don't have enough for. You know what, we'll go with that, but we'll also get us some garbage bags. Which I can only get one of. Alright, we'll go with that. Yeah, I ain't messing about. I'm going straight to upgrades as soon as we can. So let's get this one spinning. There we go. Other way. There we go. Other way. Let's... I just started another signal while one was downloading. I'm an idiot. Alright. Yeah. We can't go scanning space when something's still doing its thing. That is on me. My bad. Better to do that now on day one than, you know, on a day where it will matter a lot more. But let's go get our stuff. Get out of here. Alright, spectrogram. Now, this gives you access to a type of visual that is painted in kind of when sound happens. Kind of like a visualizer, but it's a different... We'll not talk about that. And then we got automatic signal processor for the other one. Now, we have these upgrades for glow stick, which we shall pop in. No, we can just stick them. There we go. So if the power goes off, we've got a little bit of light here. Drive rack, we will pop just here actually, where we've already got the drives. This means we can just go pop. And the garbage bag roll we will use to do some cleaning. Cleaning, I might say, for the next episode, as this is more of an introductory to how the game works. However, we haven't had our daily tasks, because the daily tasks will involve us taking a floppy disk out to these satellites and collecting data from them. And you get 3 random satellites every day. This is how many satellites there are, which is quite a lot. We also have control rooms. Yes, control room 1, 2, and 3. Also, we have this radar, which tells us if anything's in the vicinity, which pretty much always pings as 3. It went up to 4 here, probably due to the drone coming over. I don't know what the colouring means. Who knows? But anyway, let's pop these upgrades in. I know you guys haven't seen what it's like without upgrades, but we're going straight to upgrades. So let's grab a wrench and a screwdriver. Oh! Yeah, downside to automatic doors. Bleeding from the face. I've done that many times in the very small amount of time I've played of this. So I believe it is... Yep, we remove this panel. Down. I don't like the fact that they're just vertical. There we go. And then we pop the panel off. And then we do have to shut the computer off. Which we will do. That is all the different computers. Hopefully shouldn't interrupt that on some 30%. Oh, that's going quite fast actually. There we go. So, automatic signal processor and spectrogram. And we'll just pop it on there loosely, it's fine. And come back on. Yeah, it's still going. That's actually downloading ridiculously fast. Love that. So yeah, the way now it works is if I take this drive and pop it into there and take it off, I can upgrade it once. Why is that not? Am I doing something wrong here? Says it's got. Oh, let me. Oh. Is it because I need to take that out and set it up first? I don't know. Let's listen to it for a start. The spectrogram. There we go. So that's a different way of seeing all the sound. Oh my god! What the hell? What on earth? Oh my god! It's like Silent Hill out there. Oh sweet lord! I don't like this. I'm already. I know. You hear that? Even the dog's a bit uneasy after that. All right. Consumption pinging. Fine. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. That is meant to just start processing the thing. It is not. You know what? We'll have to keep that for episode 2 then. And we will... I guess we'll have to hopefully see if we can fix it before then. However, I'm a little bit tired by the looks of it. So, I say we sleep away this scary, scary fog storm. And, you know, I think that's a good place to end episode 1. This is obviously probably not as been action-packed as one could hope, but gives you all a nice introduction into Alpha Base and what there may or may not be to come. And I can tell you for certain, there's a lot more stuff waiting to happen. Oh, I don't want to sleep. I can sense something. I can sense I need the episode to be longer. Go a little look outside, maybe? I don't know. We'll have a... Well, we'll do a lap of the building and see if we can see anything. I don't know what it is I'm sensing. I'm gonna save that ladder for another. Oh, save error. No, this is also something that can just be a bit freaky. Is like the game will just be like save error, and it's like, why though? Why is there an error in saving? I mean, there's nothing outside. The scary fog has lifted. Maybe it was because the scary fog was here. What the fuck? the asteroid's done. We may have a poltergeist, I guess. Don't know. I mean, again, we're just getting absolute noise. We'll pop that in there, and yeah, I guess we'll end that first episode there. I don't know why a ghost of some kind flung my battery from there to there. Yeah. Well. Anyway. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We have gone just over 24 hours, I guess, in game. My character is exhausted. I cannot upgrade signals. We'll need to fix that all in the next one. Another little dip. Alright. Thank you. See you in the next one.